Hello, my name is Ethan Condon. I'm taking a CSSE course in the Gull Lake High School, and this is a Sphero built maze project. So this is the first commit. So you got an async function start program to start the function. It's like code inside of a code thing. Then you got a wait speak start true, so it'll use an AI voice to say the word start. And then on the LEDs, it'll say start in blue at a speed of 15. And then this is just to say, do it. So that's me.
Start.
It says start. It says start across the LEDs. And we'll get to the next part in a second. Next commit is the green checkpoint. So we set the speed to 60. This is going to be the base speed for everything that we do. And it waits 3 seconds, and then it sets the speed to 0, so it just goes forward for 3 seconds. And it stops, and then it waits half a second, and it turns LED to green, because green checkpoint. So we got it moving forward, stops, turns green. Next thing we got is the sound number 1 checkpoint. So waits half a second after it turns green, and this await roll get heading thing. So this is just to say that which direction I want to point it at. So it'll get the heading that it's at that current moment, and it'll add 90 degrees. So if it's facing this way, it'll go to the right that way. And this is supposed to be speed. I just set it to 0 because I don't want it to move while it's turning. And then this is supposed to be time. Don't know what they thought they were doing with that, but yeah. And then we got it moves forward for at 60. So it does the so it goes up with this. It goes up. It turns and it goes this way. And for 2.25 seconds. And set the speed to 0, so it'll stop. It'll wait half a second. It'll do the same thing that it did up here. So add 90 degrees, so now it's going opposite direction that it was before. Wait half a second, and then it starts moving that direction. Waits a second, then it stops, and then it plays an animal sound. So this is the hassle in action. So it's already, I'm pretty sure it's already turned here. It's moving, turns again, moves again. Makes a funny animal noise. We're gonna focus on this one next, the red checkpoint. So what it does is, this is the wait roll thing. So on a 360-degree grid, it'll choose what -140 would be. So I think it would be it would be that way. It would be this way. So -140 would be this way along the compass, whatever you want to call it. And it'll move in that direction at speed 60 for 1.4 seconds. So this was just to make things a little bit more accurate, so it wasn't accidentally like changing speeds every half a second or something, or changing like how far it turned and everything like that. It's weird. And then sets the main LED to red, and then the heading is set to 0, just so we can get it a little bit more accurate. And this is that terrible code in action. Goes there, stops, goes there, and then we'll get to that part in a second. It also turned red if you didn't catch that. And then we get the second sound. So it waits half a second. It does I use a set heading thing just so it's facing in the right direction. Makes it a little bit more accurate. But -230, which would be, I think, more this way. It waits a second, and you set the speed to 60. So all the speed things are going to be 60, just so we don't have to, like, think about how fast it's going to go for each and every single one, and somehow make it really intricate. It's weird. Took less time, but it waits 0.6 seconds. We dial that in later, but set the speed to 0, waits 1 second, and then does the await roll thing that we did up here. 320, so it's closer to 0 this way, I think. And makes animal noise. So I was talking about the 230 thing. 230 thing is more this way. It's weird. So this is in action after it turns red. Does a negative 230, a 320. Makes funny animal noise. And we got the purple checkpoint. So does another one of those await roll things. Negative 230 for 60 seconds. 1 point, or no, not that. Speed 60 for 1.2 seconds. And then you wait a second, and does another thing at just negative 185. And set is 0.55 seconds. It's really finicky. Um, and then you set the main LED to purple, which is red and blue. I'm pretty sure in the video it wasn't the best attempt. It worked. It's a little bit on the line, but it worked. We got sound number 3. So again, waits a second, does the same roll thing. This time at 90 degrees, so I think it should be this way, yeah. Just along this line. Like an X line on a graph. That was really nerdy. It waits a second and then kinda moves. Oh yeah, the angle is set to 0, so it's going straight from where it was originally set straight as. And then speed set is 60 in 1 second. And then it plays the funny animal noise again. Hooray. So, moves this way, stops. This isn't our best attempt, but it was the best we got that day. So, moves up. Makes the funny animal noise. Then we got the easy stuff. There's another wait delay, negative 45, which is this way, kinda along that way. I don't even know what to call that. Speed 60, 1 second, and it turns blue. Really easy, quick stuff. I basically guessed on it. Worked-ish. In this one, it doesn't work too well, but still. And then it waits a second, and it goes forward for 1.3 seconds, and it speaks. It says finish, and then it says finish on the bold thing, and I think I speak during it too. Which is kind of embarrassing.
Finish.
I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Start.
So all this code is pushed out to the cloud. The last origin was fetched 12 minutes ago, so it should be on the cloud. We can check if we want to. Go all the way to GitHub and do our magic. We go to Bolt. We go to Maze, and it should say that. It's a little bit ahead, but all this should be checked out. Yeah, that should be checked out. And then this is the code that we used for the coding program that we used to code the Sphero boat. It's an eyesore to look at, but you know it ended up working in the end. So I'm taking it. Thank you for watching or listening if you did. Yeah.